Shalom, shalom. First things first, I'm going to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Karkadash, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai for this truth, knowledge, and wisdom. We give double honors to the apostles and elders, which are the apostles and elders a great millstone, to your hopeful elect on the four corners of this planet Earth, and the confusion of faith that's coming in this truth also that believe. We're close to going home, man. You brothers and you sisters keep faith. Right now, this is a GMS on the move. I just had to, I wanted to go more in depth into it, but I'm gonna let some information come out today. Lord willing, I can get into it a little further. But you have 11 million people in quarantine right now in China. You know, I just, that's a staggering 11 million people. And first thing that came to my mind was this is a trial run. They gotta, you know, China makes a lot of U.S. products. The United States is heavy in China. That's just because it's a communist country. Esau's over there testing different shit. He does a lot of his medical testing over there in China. You know, it's a good place to dry run things, okay? All right, it's a good place to dry run things and products, and you know, but this right here is and then a lot of the China is doing a lot of that RFID NFC tracking with their population, because they're gonna roll it out to the whole world. China has a massive amount of people that they can trial run to see how it works. Just like you have a prototype. This is a prototype for what's to come. You know, if they can quarantine 11 million people in this city, they can do it anywhere. You know, so that's pretty much how they're gonna play it. But just to touch on this, because that's going into what time of martial law, these diseases, ordo ab chaos. All they got to do is let out a massive disease and say, hey, if you're not tested and approved, because you can't leave that city unless you've been tested thoroughly. They said a thorough testing. You're not even promised to be able to leave the city after you get that test. So what is that telling you? That those people got to stay there, man. That's a massive quarantine. 11 million people. That's not 1 million. 1 million would have been something. 11 million people. That's a heavy thing that's going on right now, because they don't know where the disease is coming from. They don't know who's affected. So you got to go through a screening process. That's the same thing. They're already showing you in a time of martial law, it's going to be easy for them to say, look, well, we don't know where the disease is at, and to make sure it doesn't spread, we got to quarantine everybody. And then they can be like, oh, you got to have a chip to show that you're good to go, and it's releasing enzyme. I mean, not saying that's what they're going to do, but they can set the narrative with this type of actions. If they can do it in China, they can roll it out to any other city that they need to roll it out to. All right. So disease, because you have the CDC, which deals with disease warfare, they know what kind of diseases. They engineer diseases. It's more than just knowing diseases. They engineer them. They know how to make them last a certain amount of time. So they can make a disease. They can, what's it called? Designer diseases. All right. Lord willing, I'll make a sit down on that, man, and go into that topic of designer diseases. You know, because Esau has the ability to make a disease catered to, exactly tailored, not catered, tailored. When you tailor a suit, you can tailor a disease, man. So Esau can tailor a disease to affect certain people, to do certain things, and then have a certain time frame where the disease just dies out. It's like a time clock, you know, so the disease doesn't keep going and going. It can time itself out, man. All right, so that's that's a part of Esau's sword, because a disease kills, man. A disease is likened unto that sword too, man. That's why it says it's a great sword. He has that. He has, and he said he's also in Revelations, death. He was given the authority to take peace from the earth, man. Diseases and different things like that take peace from the earth, because people are scared. They don't. Slovakia. They don't know what's gonna happen day to day, so it puts them in a fear state of mind, and you can manipulate person when they're in that fear state of mind. You can move them as you will. All right. So this is just a quick, just to jump into the fact. I mean, there really no, I didn't really have no precepts up, but like you said, you can read the Jacob's Trouble. this is coming. This is the time where the Lord is gonna have Esau roll on Jake, man. Because the ones that don't listen, that didn't listen, he gonna let that sword on them because they thought it was a game. They thought, oh, Esau changed his ways. They didn't realize the Lord's the one that took Esau off that war path, and he's getting ready to put him right back on that war path, man. So hey, Jake gonna have to wake up by that sword. You know, in the day of that trouble, they gonna try to seek after this thing, but it's gonna be too late. You know, so with that, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Karkwadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahshai. Lord willing, I can dive into the subject more when there's more information that comes out. So and then Lord willing, I put something together about this 5G technology too. So try to get that taken care of. But shalom to you, Akim. Keep faith, keep fighting, keep pushing towards that goal. Shalom. Hey, Khan, yep, just like the elder said, supply from China. So, hey, shalom, shalom.